Hello, my lovely Scoobs. It's History here, and today I have finally done it. I'm going unscripted for this one, by the way. I'm literally just going to be talking into my microphone, so don't mind this. But I finally made my Ninjago OC. I've been really debating making her for quite a while, because I've had this idea in the back of my head, and I've been like, I made a Ninjago OC quite a while ago, but it was a self-insert. And it was based off a story me and my friend came up with in year 8. So I thought it's time to get an actual OC that I can dedicate myself to. And no, she won't be like a mainstay of the channel, but I just felt like I need to share this with you guys because I've been so inactive lately. And I honestly feel so bad. Like I've had stuff going on. I'll probably explain it at the end of the video, but yeah. So I finally made my Ninjago OC. So in this video, I'm literally just gonna try and like explain her to you guys and like try and explain her backstory and like who she is in a way. I've got some notes that I might read verbatim, but I honestly don't know. Okay, so starting off with the basic info, her name is Paige. She is 16 and I obviously had to give her an elemental power. So her elemental power is the Master of Illusion. So basically what she can do with this power, so when she uses it, like her hands will like glow like this purpley, like sparkly color. I think at the end you'll be able to see like I drew a really shitty representation of what it looks like. And her, yeah, brain is not engaged. So basically what she can do is when she either like fireballs fireballs is the only way I can describe it. Like when she like shoots her power at someone, she can make them like hallucinate and like it, like the world will just warp. Like she'll make them see things, she'll make them like, she'll make the world, everything will just warp. And it's only in their head. It's not like the whole world changes just because she uses her power. No, it only changes in that person's mind, and how the way they perceive the world changes. Which might be going into mind a bit, but like I don't care. It's very slim pickings. But yeah, so that's her elemental power. She's very good at combat. She's a very feisty character, which will be read out when I give her backstory and like where she fits into the like Ninjago lore. She's a very feisty character. She got in a lot of fights growing up. And yeah, she's not afraid of combat, but her power kind of renders her useless. That's really the wrong word, because she's not. Her power basically helps aid the other ninja. That's like the best way I can describe it. She aids the other ninja, so like she can weaken the enemy and then they can go in for the kill, or she can go in for the kill, whoever wants to, because she once again is very violent and very, very capable of killing her enemies. I'm trying to think what else. I'm very far away from my computer at the moment because it's whirring a lot and I don't want to ruin the quality of this audio. I might even leave this uncut. So you're probably wondering, where would she fit into the canon lore of Ninjago? And for that I tell you, she's a son of Garmadon. She's a son of Garmadon turned good guy, basically. So in the next little segment, I'm probably going to explain like her backstory in a lot more detail. But yeah, so she is basically Harumi's right-hand girl. And once again, I'll get explained why in a minute. Yeah, she's Harumi's right-hand girl. She helps with the Sons of Garmadon. She was one of the founder members, and she helped resurrect Garmadon. But then, yeah, she decided to change over, which I will talk about now. So, Paige's backstory. So, Paige didn't get the best start in life. She never knew her parents. She never knew why they gave her up, why they left her on the adoption centre step as a baby, and all she's ever known is being an orphan. And her life was quite quiet up until then. She lived in the orphanage quite well. She never knew her parents. She never had life outside of the orphanage, so that was all she ever knew. But then one day, a lot of children came in after a giant snake attack on the city left many children orphaned. Because if you think about it, Harumi must have not been the only one. And her once quiet orphanage was now full of new people that she didn't like. She met Harumi after her parents died when she was transferred to the adoption centre. Harumi being Harumi, she was very quiet, and Paige took pity on her and struck up conversation and was very friendly and extroverted, and they ended up bonding quickly and soon becoming fast friends. Now, like I've reiterated, Paige was always the feisty type and never backed down from confrontation. Harumi witnessed her get into many fights at school, one so severe she ended up with in the nurse's office and resulted in a scar on her left eye. Not many people liked her, especially at school, except Harumi. Especially because at a young age she discovered she had an elemental power, the power of illusion. Then Harumi was adopted by the royal family of Ninjago, and Paige was left in the orphanage as no one would take her because of her violent and callous demeanour. However, she still kept in touch with Harumi through letters where she would vent about how awful life was at the palace. Paige was the one who convinced her to sneak out, and about how she was sad to hear about the death of Garmadon, the true saviour of Ninjago. From that point onwards, they met up, and Harumi shared her findings on the Oni masks from the palace library and what she had been told by her adoptive parents. The thought of bringing back Ninjago's rightful ruler and enacting a revenge on the ninja thrilled her, but Paige felt reluctant, thinking it wasn't a good idea to mess with magic they didn't understand.
You have magic you do not understand.
Or know how to control. But Harumi convinced her, outlining how amazing their life would be with her leading the gang and Paige right by her side. A few years later, the Sons of Garmadon was formed, and the events of Season 8 play out as usual, just with Paige as Harumi's right-hand girl. She's involved with them from the beginning, and leaves Harumi to go off with the ninja while she helps run the Sons of Garmadon while she's away, just because she didn't want to blow Harumi's cover. She's very confrontational and isn't afraid to taunt the ninja and engage in combat. Deep down, she knew she was making a big mistake and regrets what she's done, but Harumi was the one person she could trust and would be there for her through anything. So she felt obliged to stay. She sometimes takes her anger out on the Sons of Garmadon as acting replacement for Harumi. Now, on to Hunted. After the death of Mr. E, watching how tyrannical Garmadon is as a ruler, and her friend Harumi change for the worse and just become obsessed with pleasing Garmadon, Paige eventually runs away and decides to help the resistance. Now, obviously, because of what had happened with Harumi, they were reluctant to let her in at first, but after proving herself in the quest to help Lloyd hijack the airwaves in Radio Free Ninjago, they fully trust her and take her on as one of their own. From then on, she just joins them in missions, using her elemental power to contribute, and sadly, she is also there to witness Harumi's demise on the rooftop. She looks onto the scene like Lloyd and is reluctant to leave the rooftop when they decide to try and get to safety. She's basically a mess, but she tries to hide it in order to make up for her past mistakes and also for the benefit of the resistance. Then ultimately, in the end, the ninja defeat Garmadon and she is left with nowhere to go, being an orphan and all. Lloyd and Nia introduce her to the rest of the team, and seeing her dilemma, they invite her to come live with them at the monastery, after it's been rebuilt, of course. So she ends up joining the team as one of the ninja. Now, in the video, I've drawn her, Sons of Garmadon outfit, / her casual outfit, / what she just wears on daily. And also her ninja outfit. Now, her weapon of choice is a bow and arrow, because I just think she's a long range attack kind of gal, even though she would get up in someone's face and punch them. I think she could be more useful long range, because she could just hallucinate and the enemy and then attack them with a bow and arrow from quite far away. Also, I did watch The Hunger Games, and Katniss Everdeen is an icon. And also, it's my favourite weapon too, so but yeah, that's basically her backstory. She does help out on missions, and I think going forward she would have her own character arcs, especially when that bitch comes back. I have a love-hate relationship with Harumi, by the way. I don't know if you guys know this. I love her, but I also love hating her. It's my favourite activity. I just love sitting in front of the TV going, you bitch! But yeah, so I did want to make her in some way related to Harumi, because, like, it was never really, like, explained, like, why, like, the events in between Harumi's parents dying and her making the Sons of Garmadon, like, those events were never fucking explained. So, like, even though they don't really need to be, but I'm just adding a bit more of an exposition to the season, I don't know. And I thought, like, it was a good place for my OC to slot in, so it wouldn't disrupt the lore too much, because, like, as much I love Ninjago, I don't want to change the lore horrifically, because I actually did that with my last OC. You can view it on my Instagram, shameless plugging, at history_girl99, follow it, because you will get a lot more updates on when I'm literally going to be silent for the next god knows how long. But yeah, so she ends up joining the team eventually, and just, yeah, she'll go on adventures with them, and there'll probably be, like, character arcs with her going through all this. Yeah, I'm unscripted, by the way, don't judge me. Like, her elemental colour is purple, because, like, every time, like, I can just see illusion being purple. I don't know why, I just can't. It's in my mind's eye, I can just see the element of illusion just being purple. Like, obviously, like, the element of lightning is blue, element of fire is red, element of earth is black or orange or whatever they've gone with for coal. Like, all elements have their, like, colour, I guess. And I just thought purple suited her. I'm sorry, Nelson. I've always been of the I've always been of the opinion that if I ever made a Ninjago OC, I wouldn't make them the purple ninja, because that's Nelson's role, but I've low-key kind of just, like, ruined that for myself. But it's fine. Nelson can still be the purple ninja. She can just be the plum ninja. But yeah, some other fun facts about her. She's a bit, like, awkward is the best way I can describe her. Like, as much as she ran up to Harumi in the early days and struck up conversation and everything, she ended up growing up to be very isolated, with Harumi as, like, her only friend. So she kind of just ended up not really knowing how to speak to people and how to deal with people, and that would be something that if this got implemented in the... No, it won't get implemented, because, like, why would it? But if it was to be in the Ninjago series, that would be, like, something that would end up being, like, subtly, like, as a, like, C plotline would be explored, hopefully. Because, like, she needs to learn how to, like, get along with people, and, like, how to live with the ninja, because, like, she's never met them. Well, she's met them. You know what I mean? But yeah, yeah, that's my OC in a nutshell. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna just explain this here, because, like, I feel like I do need to explain this, but once again, follow me on Instagram, because you will get updated on what's going on with me. Sometimes I also post it to my community tab on YouTube, so please check that out. Check out my Instagram, follow me there, look at my stories, because I will always upload my stories, and be like, hey, this is what's going on. So, as of the last few weeks, I have had, ever since October, I've had mocks going on. So so I'm in my final year of school this year, and I have to be revising to the fucking hills, because I need to pass these exams if I want to live. And sadly that does mean YouTube is going to be taking a backseat probably until June-ish, because that's when my, like, finals finish. So yeah, I've had less time to work on videos, because, like, I have to stay an extra hour after school every day for interventions, like the whole year has to help us get the best we can in our exams. So I lose about 4 hours roughly of video making time. That's being nice about it. It's more like 6 hours of video making time a week, but they're starting next week, so I've got a little bit longer to like grind and do some bits before I have to get back into the struggle. And also, it's just, I need a break. I need to just, I just need to de-stress after a lot of exams and everything. And I have more mocks coming up, so I'm also gonna go radio silent, and also I'm gonna be like seriously revising from February onwards, so don't expect much. I'm sorry. Once again, follow me on Instagram, look at my community tab. I will post updates there with like updates on what I'm doing, what's going on in my personal life, because obviously like school comes first over YouTube, sadly, and as much as I would love to prioritize YouTube and just pump out videos for you guys, I can't, and that's just the way of life. That is the way society decided to work, and that is the way that I must deal with it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I make a lot of like content like this. I do a lot of speed paints. I'm working on another animatic and like an animation-y meme kind of thing. That I'm hoping to get done quite soon. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe and like the video, comment something. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!